Hi, my name is David Cox. This is my virtual tour of my blog. So basically, I've been doing the blog since March of 2023, and I feel like I've grown a lot over the program. So one of the areas I put on here was about PBIS and capturing kids' hearts. Those are like really close to my heart because I use PBIS every day in my classroom and at my school. And I also utilize capturing kids' hearts ever since the first time I took the training years ago. And I feel like it really helps you to have a good connection with the students and build good relationships with them, healthy relationships. And then PBIS is just a good way to reward the kids that are doing the right thing and not focus on the bad behaviors. Obviously deal with the bad behaviors, but, focus on the good kids that are doing the right thing and reward them for that. So you can kind of see some of the things I have on my blog. Have applied theories papers, personal vision journal. This is one of my favorite sayings from when I was, I love Batman movies. So in one of the movies it says, "Why do we fall? So we can learn to pick ourselves up." So I just really think that's a really important quote in Batman and also in life, that, it's okay to mess up. It's okay to make mistakes as long as you pick yourself back up. The school budgets assignment was really meaningful for me, just because I've never had to do a school budget. So just kind of seeing how that works and some of the things that go into it, it was a lot more complicated than I expected. So it was good practice for me to make a school budget, and it was really hard to make cuts when I had to. So that was all the things in March. We have April. Some other assignments, a self-assessment. I observed another teacher and went through the process of evaluating and the pre and the post observation. So I have some of those ideas here. Applied theories paper in June. A leadership growth plan. Just effective leadership, communicating, a video I found that I thought was helpful. This was just like some quantitative data that I used for one of the assignments in one of the classes that I took. The next one, just team development, because if you're going to have a successful school, you really have to know how to work as a team with your with other educators, with other principals, with other teachers. And then differentiation, especially in today's education, is huge. And this is just a little video about what is differentiation, especially for new teachers, to show them, and what you can do to help individual students and their individual needs. In October, I thought this was pretty interesting. So I know even when I first started doing PLCs, I always thought, oh, PLCs are just a regular meeting. But actually, PLCs are much more data-driven than just a regular meeting you might have where you're just planning, like doing regular curriculum planning or something like that. So PLCs are a lot more data-driven, student-driven, and trying to figure out what can you do to improve students in certain standards or even behaviorally. There's some research I did on PLCs. I'm not really a big fan of group projects, but in this master's program, I thought it was pretty fun to do group projects on the websites and see how that works. It was really, really cool to see how the websites came out, and they ended up looking really neat. For example, so this is one of the websites that we did about PBIS for one of my classes. I know it's kind of hard to see. And then we have November, and sorry, my video is kind of long this time. It's just because it's like the last video actually that I'm going to be doing for the class. So or for my master's. So I just thought I'd take a little longer on this one, and also because my blog is kind of long. So this is just tips for scheduling, because scheduling can be a really difficult thing as a principal. So I have some tips on there. And then the last one that I put, I'm going to update it, obviously, for these last 2 classes I'm taking, for my professional development class and for the capstone class. But this is what I have so far before I update it. So then the school budgets assignment that I was talking about earlier. Then we have an applied theories paper. This was really a good class for me. I felt like I learned a lot, and I grew as an educator, learning about serving students with special needs. I had a website for that as well, that I worked on with the group again, which I really like doing. Now that I've worked with groups in a constructive way, I actually enjoy working with groups now more than I did before I started this program. That'll be good for me as a principal to work with groups and be comfortable with that. So anyway, so this is the website we have. It has a lot to it, so it's just kind of an idea. It's connecting educators for special education services. And that's pretty much sums up my blog so far. I'm going to update it a little bit more once I'm done with these last 2 classes. And thank you for all that you've done for me, Dr. Herrera. And, I just hope to be able to use all these things I've been learning in all my master's classes and credential classes to really help the kids out and make it a successful school and create a good culture at whatever school I work at.